I'm working with Word 2016 to format a resume. There are templates out there. You want your own design. You can follow this as a guideline. Right now, everything is in Courier. I'm going to highlight the text, Control A. I'm going to make it Arial. I'm going to leave it at 12 point. As you can see, we don't have the left parenthesis there. So we're going to get to work with this thing here. Some things you want to stand out. I want to center this. You can click on the icon, Control E, make it bold. You want that to stand out. 14 point. So we have that done. And what I want to do now, I want to bold, underline the text here for the important things here. I click on the arrow over here, have the arrow there. Hold down the Control key. I have the Control key over here. I bold, underline. Most people, that's a stock sentence, okay? We can get rid of it, okay? Now, I want to apply bullets talking about that. You want them to be consistent, position throughout. I highlight these lines here. You don't have to have everything highlighted. I want a square bullet. You could use any style you want. I can have the square here. You can go to other bullets here. Let's stick with this square bullet. I want this even with the margin. You can see it's indented here. I go and click on Decrease Indent. Cool feature here. We have a thing called the Format Painter. So what I do, I click on one of these. You click on the Format Painter. I click on this paragraph here. It picks up the formatting. It can pick up the font, the spacing, tabs, and more. I'm going to space this out so it's easier for the hiring manager to read this. And the other thing, too, is we're proofreading this. Later on, always proofread. Transport is one word, not two. I just get rid of that space. Now, what I do here, I want to put these bullets down in here. I can hold it down. I double-click on it. I click here, click here, click here. And my education things, I want those too. I want to shut off that bullet or that Format Painter. Escape key. We got some extra trailing blanks here. I've got that in there. It's starting to look pretty good. You shut off the paragraph maker, a paragraph viewer, viewer, and you can see it looks better. Next thing I want to talk about is setting tabs. All these little things here are non-printing characters. I want to have the years, the title, the company to be consistently spaced across the page. You can see some arrows here. That means the tab key was pressed. Step 1, I click inside this first line here. I click around 2 inches or so. Then I click maybe around here on 4 inches or so. And let's say I want it pulled over more to the left or the right. I can click right on it, move it, okay? A little tricky, but it's pretty easy. Now, I want to put this on the other lines here. I'm just going to double-click on the Format Painter, go in here, go in here, go in here. And as you can see, everything is not all the same here. I'm going to hit the Escape key to close out of this here. This person might have worked a couple of other years before this. What I'm going to do is just type in like 1981-1982, press the Tab key. And then I could go here, 1979, 1980, hit the Tab key, owner, operator. I could hit the Tab key again, type in the trucking company name. It picks it all up. So it looks pretty good. Next thing I want to do, show you a few things here to make it look a little more elegant, less crowded maybe. I want to put a double line going across here. What I do, very easy, you click on this drop down arrow here. I'm on the Home tab. Borders and shading. You're on the borders. I want a nice double border underneath. I would stick with black and white. I could go into different ones here. Find one that we like. Now it's showing a box there. I don't want a box. I click on each of these, leave it black. You can make it deeper. You don't want it too deep. I might want to make it a little more narrow. Okay, you've got that in there. Now let's say I want some space between the name or the email address and what is below here. I could right click inside here. I want to go into paragraph and I want to put a little space here. I could use the arrows or I could type in, let's say, 4 points. And things are breathing a little bit more in between here and here. If I want to get this a little space below this, I could hold down the shift and the enter, a soft return. Not the good spacing here. We have two issues going on. What I want to do here, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to right click. I'm going to go into paragraph. It says 4 point. I'm going to make it 0 again. A little closer. I have that blue underline here. I can right click here, remove hyperlink. You don't have it. Now I lost the bold here. And let's say I want to get rid of that extra space there. I'll hit the delete here. And now I lost the space there. I'm just showing you a few things here. You are going to get that thing more or less touching there. You could put it in a text box, showing you a lot of core basics. Now, if we go here, we could see that we're going off the page. We are going to alter the margins just a little bit. Layout, margins, very bottom, custom margins here. And I have 1/2 inch top and bottom. I'm going to make the left and the right 8/10. I just tab over, type it in. Easier than using those little spinner arrows. I say OK. I scroll down. If you are going to go to another page because you've had a lot of experience, make sure you have the page break in an appropriate place. You don't put it in between the title. You know what I'm saying. And force the page break. For example, if this is a longer one here, you have other things here. Force the page break, control enter. And then what I would do, type in name and contact information. And I could put it on the right side. I could align it here. And then if I have that font showing up there, I showed up the bold here. I might want to make it smaller. That way, if it goes astray, they have it. Good luck with the resume.